Welcome everyone to another edition of Stack Your Live. It's just me flying solo tonight as RJ remains on assignment. You know, we all need rest and relaxation from time to time, and RJ deserves it. So, just going to be me tonight. If anyone else jumps in, that'll be great. If not, no worries. So, with me driving the ship tonight, we're going to start with some tidbits and a couple things that broke over the course of the day. So, first and foremost, we're going to go to Upgraded Points, and Upgraded Points has a 25K upgrade offer for Chase Sapphire Preferred to Chase Sapphire Reserve. So they are targeting upgrade offers for the Chase Sapphire Preferred, letting folks upgrade up to the Reserve, and the upgrade offer is $3,000 in spend for 25,000 bonus points. This isn't particularly strong. So one current offer invites you to upgrade to the Sapphire Reserve card by January 31st, 2026. Spend $3,000 by February 14th, and you'll not only get the Chase's most premium card, but you'll also earn 25,000 bonus points if you meet the minimum spend requirement. It's very odd to me that they're giving you a 2-week window to spend $3,000. That doesn't make any sense. So, there's that. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but there you go. $300 annual travel credit, priority pass, 4 times points on hotels and flights. Putting lipstick on a pig on this one. This is not a particularly strong incentive for you to move from the preferred to the reserve. Now, if it was 30,000 points on 3,000 spend, maybe. If it was 45,000 points on 3,000 spend, that'd be cool. 15% return. I'd like that. This feels weak, and we'll just have to see what happens. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. If this is the best that you're going to do for upgrade offers, Chase, do better. As I like to say, hi, Larry the intern. You've got a lot of issues this Christmas. I really hope you get a bonus this year. Going back to upgraded points, the other thing I wanted to highlight, there's an elevated welcome offer on the Chase Freedom Unlimited. So $300 back after spending $500. So 30,000 points on $500 spend. This would be a 60% return on the Freedom Unlimited. No extra kickers here, no big incentives, but not a bad play if you haven't gotten a welcome offer on the Freedom Unlimited. I haven't. Maybe I will product change my current Freedom Unlimited back to a Slate Edge and then apply for this. I don't know. We'll see. No details on how long this is being offered, but typically Chase offers like this usually last a couple of weeks. So they're doubling down with a new welcome offer on the Freedom Unlimited. Kind of is what it is. We'll see what happens. Rough. Last thing I wanted to highlight today, besides Aer Lingus flying nonstop to Pittsburgh, Dublin to Pittsburgh in 2026. That's cool. There was one other story I wanted to highlight today, and it is not on upgraded points. Anyway, it is. First look at JetBlue's first airport lounge, Blue House at JFK. Blue House at JFK is a 9,000 square foot lounge, and it will have 2 floors. It is based on a New York City apartment is sort of the theme that they were going for. And, if the cost of entry is $499 for the JetBlue Premier card, cheapest apartment in New York City. So the location, it's going to be in Terminal 5 by gate 526. So it's like around the corner. I think it's between Terminal 5 and Terminal 6. But the lounge will be open 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily, which would be nice. Passengers will be allowed to enter the lounge as early as 3 hours prior to departure, depending on capacity. The lounge has a maximum seating allowance of 140 people, so slightly more than Chase's newest lounge at Las Vegas, which can only seat 87. JetBlue officials said the airline is exploring the possibility of expanding the lounge into a nearby space, but for now, the priority is to prevent the overcrowding that has plagued other airport lounges, according to Ed Poitier, JetBlue's vice president of loyalty and personalization. They should go grab that space as soon as possible. Grab it now. Make it bigger. Make it bigger. 2-story, 9,000 square foot was themed after what many consider the golden age of New York's architectural style, with a main ceiling inspired by the Grand Central Terminal epic barrel vault ceiling by French Belle Epoque painter Paul César Ayou, and I mispronounced that. And Art Deco flourish is meant to evoke the apartment of a presumably wealthy Manhattanite. The lounge was designed by San Francisco architectural mega firm Gensler, because Coit Tower is what I'm looking for when I'm looking for New York City. It'll have a bar downstairs, bar upstairs. Entrance is reserved for those with the JetBlue Premier card, who are JetBlue Mosaic 4 and are flying transatlantic Mint. Not transcontinental Mint, transatlantic Mint. If you hold the JetBlue Premier card, you will be allowed one guest complimentary, and additional guests will be $39. So to get my whole family in the lounge, it'll be $39, assuming I get the JetBlue Premier, because I'm not going to hit Mosaic 4 anytime soon. This would be cool. JetBlue has contracted with Swissport to operate the lounge. Not bad. Complimentary food and drinks. There's going to be a grab and go section. Not too terrible. They are also looking into adding a annual membership that you can pay for access to the lounge, and there's a possibility that you'll be able to get lounge passes with the JetBlue Plus card and the JetBlue Business card, but that is going to be rolled out in 2026. So there you go. A little bit of tidbits for you. Just wanted to share a couple of news pieces that I saw today, since I didn't record a tidbits today, and wanted to make sure that I got some news in there, and I'll just take the first couple minutes of this and just cut it into a mini tidbits. So there we go. Rupert Pond joining us. Thank you so much, sir. And Rupert is a channel member. You can become a channel member here on YouTube, or, go through our link at stackyourpoints.com. But yeah, huge help, everyone who signs up. So there are 3 membership tiers: silver, gold, and diamond. We did it based it off of Hilton. So there you go. Rupert is one of our diamond members. Matt by himself. Let's go. Yeah, I figured why not. John's Credit and Travel joining us. How's it going, John? John, if you want to hop in, if you've got some time and you've got like your recording equipment set up, let me know in Discord. I can invite you in. Be cool to chop it up a little bit. Kirby G's Points and Miles joining us. Check out Kirby's channel. He's got a new wishlist video out for Built 2.0. So I haven't had the opportunity to watch it, but I'm sure I will after this. Need one for the Freedom Flex. Do you? I guess. I don't know. I got a Freedom Flex welcome offer in July, and then I have to start paying that card off before I can get any more cards. Before that, Keith joins in, also a diamond member, mentioning that it's a tiny lounge. Sure is. I hope they expand it soon, but it is what you got to work with. What you got to work with. We shall see what they do with that going forward. Double Animal Fries joining us. Hey y'all, how's it going? Thanks, Double. Appreciate you stopping in. Also a diamond member, Bill Wright. Lululemon's boss is being forced out. What was he too generous with the with the quarterly $75 pass? This isn't the founder, who I know is problematic, but if the current CEO is getting pushed out, they've had a rough year, and I guess they didn't get enough people buying actual inventory when the Platinum refresh came out. Everybody just ran in and grabbed themselves a gift card or something in the store. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Keith, their entrance policy seems very restrictive. Well, it's 147 people at a time. They got to be a little restrictive. I don't mind it. Their number one aim, they say, is no lines. We'll see how that works out for them. But they say that their number one goal with this is no lines. We'll see what happens. QC Man solo Matt tonight. Yep. We'll see how long we run it tonight, but thank you so much for stopping in, sir. Keith has gifted 5. Oh, sorry. Keith has been a member for 5 months. He hasn't gifted anything yet. Member for 5 months. How do I get Stack Your Points Diamond Reserve status? RJ and I will talk about it. We'll follow up. Vincent Pascal joining us, also a channel member. John, appreciate the invite. Can't tonight. Hey, totally understand. Life is lifing. and then Diamond Reserve. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't even know what we'd do to a Diamond Reserve. Like, I know we were gonna try and bring, like, if we had gotten to a point of rolling out merch, we would have done something like a discount, but then like that wasn't feasible. So we did the diamonds get to watch the whole, like, our whole process of making the show. You can watch us live. Well, we stream live here on uh, StreamYard and YouTube for Diamond members only, and then we cut the show up. Or y'all have the full stream available to you and you only after the fact. So, yeah. With that, we'll do another drop here. 1 second. Membership gifting, and no, we'll do that another day. So, never mind. Did 5 tonight. And did the JetBlue Lounge open? Sorry, the JetBlue Lounge is slated to open at Terminal 5 December 18th. So next Thursday, the JetBlue Lounge is opening at Terminal 5 in JFK. The lounge at Boston is going to open sometime in 2026. So it could be mid 2026, hopefully early 2026. That's going to be in Terminal C. That's going to be near the Chase Sapphire Lounge at Boston. So we will see what happens there. Chad's Money Minutes joining us. Thank you, sir. Yo, Chad, hope all is well. Hope your travels are going well. If you're traveling, I know you've got a big set of redemptions. I saw you posted a live a couple days ago. I kind of like watched it briefly. I know you're setting up some interesting redemptions for 2026. So looking forward to seeing those, and hope all is well. QC man, there you go. So is Matt going to be there opening day? I don't have any flights scheduled for December 18th, and I don't have the JetBlue Premier card, so it's going to be hard for me to go opening day. I wish I was like big enough on this platform that I could be considered press, and they could have given me a press tour today. Alas, we're not yet there. Maybe if I hit 10,000 subscribers, maybe one day. Chad just got back to Florida. Hey, that's awesome. Looking forward to those redemptions that you're putting together for next year. That's going to be something. Which bank was your favorite to give an end of year grade to? So I have on my channel, I've been doing an end of the year grades by issuer. I'm doing US Bank, Citi, Chase, Amex, Capital One, Wells Fargo. I'll do Built, and I think that's going to do it. I gave US Bank an F for the year. It's been rough, so there we go. The Citi one was unexpected amongst many, but like I got to give Citi their props because they had a pretty solid year. The Amex one wasn't really my favorite. I don't know. The one that I'm struggling the most with is going to be Chase. Honestly, I don't know where I'm going to fall on things. The refreshes after the Sapphire Reserve, besides the Sapphire Reserve, the United refreshes kind of made those cards a little bit tougher of a value prop, and the Southwest changes were also pretty rough on the cards, but both are in service to bigger loyalty market plays. So I don't know. And then there was the Sapphire Reserve, and everybody has feelings about the Sapphire Reserve. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But favorite one to give a grade to, I don't know. I didn't mind giving Wells a passing grade for not messing stuff up. Yeah, I gotta get through the Chase and Built videos, and I'll come back to a favorite after that. Kind of is what it is. Between Diaz and Alonso from QC Man, who will you miss the most? Relief pitchers are fungible. You can exchange them in and out every year. You don't know what you're getting in any sort of year. So Diaz could be awesome. Diaz could blow his knee out again. So again, they are replaceable. Relief pitchers are a dime a dozen, and if you have a good enough training and bullpen team, you can turn anyone into a good reliever. Alonso, that's a lot of home runs you're losing. That's a lot of runs batted in you're losing. I want to see what they do to offset it. If they go in the trade market and pick up like a Brent Rooker from Sacramento, or they pick up Tyler Soderstrom from Sacramento, that would go a long way to replacing Pete. Michael Toglia is a free agent. I don't love Toglia. He hits bombs, but he doesn't do much else. There's not a ton of Kobe Mayo now officially doesn't have a position with the Baltimore Orioles. You could throw them a pitcher. Maybe they could try to fix Kodai Senga and I don't know, another arm. Between the two, Alonso is going to be missed more. Diaz, as soon as the Dodgers picked up Diaz's brother last year, I knew that Diaz was pretty much going to be a goner. So I'll say Pete. Losing the polar bear is a bigger loss right now because that's a lot of offense that we don't have a lot of questions, a lot of answers for. You'd need Vientos and Beatty to go ham, and you need Ronnie Mauricio to also go ham. If those three just explode this year, maybe you can replace the total offense that Pete can put out. But that's three dudes to replace one. That's asking a lot. Add Rooker, add a Soderstrom, add a Ty France, maybe. We'll see. But on the Diaz side, we didn't get a chance to grab Robert Suarez, who signed with Atlanta, so that's a missed opportunity. That sucks. But we have Devin Williams, so okay, we'll see. Chad, speaking of JetBlue, they just opened up an inaugural route to my backyard in Vero Beach from JFK. I saw that. They also got a flight from Boston to Vero Beach. So nothing wrong with that Northeast to Florida connection. So yeah, hopefully that can play out pretty well. And maybe I'll bite the bullet and get the Premier card and jump into the lounge and see what happens. Take a flight down to Vero Beach. Could be fun. Juan Meowx joining us. Meowdy, what's good, Matt? I'll jump on your live. You can, but I did shut down. One thing I didn't mention at the top of the live. My live is not going to have the chat available until after the live posts. So I appreciate you watching on my live. Ad revenue is always good, but the chat's over here, so you can always pop in here if you've got stuff. So there we go. We're 15 minutes in and no Rove mention. I don't have to mention them all the time. Now I've got to, disclose that I moderate the travel deals with Rove Facebook group. I get a stipend of 2,500 miles a month as compensation. It's fun, and I like getting miles. James Ragland joining us. Hello, Matt and everyone. Hey, James. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're resting up. Recovery's going good. Thanks for joining in. Glad you had the time. Or glad you're feeling up to it. Kevin Yin, question: in Europe, they take cash or they take card or cash? They take card for the most part. They'll usually communicate it pretty well, and English is a widely taught language in most of Europe. So depending on where you are, you should be fine. Most metropolitan areas, cards are going to be fine. Just be on the lookout for what they accept. Visa and MasterCard usually have wide acceptance in Europe. If you're in a really touristy city, Paris, London, Cologne, Berlin, Barcelona, Madrid, Rome, you should have no problem with American Express. If you're in East of Provence, you shouldn't have an issue really. But if you're in I don't know, Sonati en France, you may have issues with credit cards, but if you're in big touristy areas, you're going to be fine. Just using a credit card. Just make sure your credit card that you're bringing has no foreign transaction fees. Keith with his grade for Chafes, I don't necessarily agree, but I can understand the sentiment. What time do you release the bank video? I released Amex. I released today at 4:30. I released City yesterday at 5. Capital One is going to come out on Saturday. Wells Fargo comes out tomorrow, and I think we're good so far there. I haven't recorded the Chase one, and I haven't recorded the Built one. QC Man, U.S. Bank had a bad year. JJ McCarthy has had a better year at U.S. Bank Field than an actual U.S. Bank. And that's saying something because I don't pay attention to football a whole lot, but I know that JJ McCarthy has had a rough year. So there you go. Kirby, not pooping your pants was a big win for this year in the credit card game. Yeah, you get a passing grade for not pooping the deck. QC Man saying hey to James. Emerald Vaughn joining us. Do you think Built will retain 1 point per dollar on rent on the no annual fee option? Yes and no. So here's what I think is going to happen with Built and the no annual fee option and the, whether you have the card or you have the new no annual fee card. I think if you're Built Blue or Silver and you don't have the card and you don't have, the card, you're paying your rent with another card, you're just going to get the 1 point per $2 spend. I think if you have Built Blue or Built Silver status and you have the no annual fee card, you're also going to get 1 point per $2 spend. Again, this is rampant speculation on my part. I think if you've spent your way to Built Gold and Built Platinum, you will get 1 point per dollar on rent and mortgage. No problem. I think if you're Built Blue or Silver, and this is them leaning into that status play, I would say that if you're Built Gold and Platinum, that you're going to get that 1 point per dollar, regardless of what card you get. Probably more if you are using like the high end card, but Blue, Silver, no annual fee options, 0.5 point per dollar on both. A 31-year-old right-handed first baseman with no range isn't ideal. 5-year contract is comical. Hey, you know what? I'm not going to knock the length of the contract. Here's what I am going to do. I'm going to thank my lucky stars that it wasn't the Dodgers who signed him. Long as it wasn't the Dodgers, long as it wasn't the Yankees, I'm pretty happy. And it wasn't the Dodgers and it wasn't the Yankees. Now he's got to face, what's left of Garrett Cole and Max Fried 19 times a year. Have fun with that. And he's a right-handed hitter at Camden Yards. Yep, Juan moved over for the chat. Perfect. Kevin, most of Europe takes cards. More a question of whether they take Amex or not. Yeah, and again, that's going to depend on where you are in general. Like major tourist cities, you'll have no problem. If you are in the sticks in Germany, or you're in the sticks in France, or you're in the sticks in, Switzerland, might be a problem. From Chad, hey James, been out of the loop. I hear you're on the mend. Would like to extend best wishes. Thanks for that. Thanks, Chad. Keith, Matt, you may have received more miles from me using your Rove referral this past month than moderating for Rove. Do I get a disclaimer when you read that? Do I get a disclaimer when you read this? Keith, you've been very helpful with referral stuff. Most of that stuff is held up and pending. I currently have 37,000 Rove miles that have cleared. I have another 25,000 just pending between my purchases and the 10% referral purchases from other folks. I am waiting for all of those to clear, but my referral points, those clear pretty quickly. So 37,000 points. I'm going to start looking for ways to use them. Maybe I'll transfer 1,500, at least 1,500 over to Lufthansa and start playing around with their redemption tools. Kevin, where I live, SFO has a United Hub, their United Lounge there, so the United Club Visa Infinite, it would be worth it for me. If you're flying out of SFO a ton, yeah, if the United Club would make far more sense than the Sapphire Reserve. There is a space that is like up for bidding at SFO, and I think it's down between Chase and Capital One. The last time Chase and Capital One bid hard for a space, it was the Las Vegas lounge. Chase won. Turns out the lounge that they won was like tiny, and the lounge that Capital One got as compensation was 10,000 square feet. So, yeah. Matt, do you and RJ get your groceries at Meadow Lane to help get the most in a grocery category? So let me look up Meadow Lane. I am not aware of Meadow Lane. Prepared food marketplace, bringing people to culinary. Oh, okay. So that's downtown. I haven't yet. If that codes as a grocer, that could be fun. But that means going down to. I'll have to look into. I'm going to look into this after the stream. So I'm not aware of Meadow Lane, but I will be doing some research into Meadow Lane, and I will look to see if there's any ways to stack Meadow Lane, because that could be fun. Source King in Northern Europe, and also thanks for joining us, Source King. In Northern Europe, you'll have a hard time finding a place that will accept cash, but kroner are so fun to say, at least. But that makes a fair amount of sense. It's mostly card and digital there at this point. Freddie Freeman's a better first baseman than Alonso, defensive liability and more strikeouts? Yes. I wish the Mets had signed Freddie Freeman when he became a free agent and then traded Pete Alonso. That would have been fun. Long story short, the big city take card or cash or both. In countryside, most likely cash, sometimes card, most likely Visa or MasterCard, sometimes Amex. Yes. Yeah, so it's going to depend on where you are. But yeah, big cities, you shouldn't have an issue with anything. Credit Kroner, the new Klarna card variant. Oh boy. Although those Klarna subscriptions look really interesting. I don't know why they look interesting, but they look really interesting. They don't even have like a small world option, but anyway, sorry, something in the Discord. So yeah, it has been a light month so far for news. Like finding tidbits has been rough, but it is the end of the year. It's holidays. A lot of companies aren't going to be doing too much until the beginning of Q1. So makes a lot of sense. We will probably find out Chase's Q1 stuff in a couple of days, so that you got that to look forward to. I think we're going to find out about that on Monday. That's the 15th. Then other big things on the calendar. Christmas Day, we find out what January's built rent day promotion is going to be. So that'll be interesting. Speaking of Rove, their app should be launching in a couple of weeks. So we will see what happens there. They've also got more transfer partners on the way. Carissa has been hinting like people will like their new transfer partners that they're going to get. So I'm very curious to see what happens with Rove going forward. But it looks like the app is going to launch probably January. It doesn't look like it's going to launch in December. But they are going to be adding card linked offers, and I'm kind of stoked about this. So we'll see what happens. Kevin mentions the United Presidential Plus is a Visa or MasterCard, and what is the annual fee? I never see or hear anything of it until recently. So the Presidential Plus is an old Continental Airlines card that joined the fray with Chase after United completed its Continental purchase. Why it's still around after all this time, I don't remember. The annual fee on that is now $695, $650, $695. It's the same as the Club Infinite. I don't know the earning structure on it, but it also comes with a Club United Club membership. But you can't get that card either through product change or new application. So it's just being mentioned because it's got a lot of the same benefits as the United Club Infinite, and it just hasn't been officially discontinued. So, hey, who knew Chase kept ghost grandfather cards around for as long as they do? Silly, silly, silly Chase. Call me Lonnie joining us. Hey, Lonnie. Flying solo tonight, Matt? Yep, I am. Hey, everyone. Glad you could join. If parenting isn't too busy, I did drop a link in the mod Discord, so in the mod chat. So there you go. Well, Neomix, thoughts on the whole Rakuten card point explosion for folks this holiday season? I don't have it, but my shopping is too niche to be on shopping portals. So I don't know how much bigger it is this holiday season with or without the Rakuten card as it would be in other holiday seasons. Mr. Kerr from Built, or Richard Kerr from Built, mentioned that they got like 1.4 million account deposits of Built miles, Built points from Rakuten back in November, and they had launched that feature officially like 4 days prior to the big day to the big payout. So they were able to get 1.4 million accounts credited Built points. I don't know how many Built points across the board, but Rakuten was able to successfully do that. So we'll see. I don't know that the card is generating like a huge number of points because you only get $100 for the welcome offer, so that's 10,000 points. You get the 4x points on up to $7,000 in spend on top of whatever's in the Rakuten portal. 2x on dining and grocery, or 2x on gas and grocery, and 10x on Rakuten dining. So like it's a interesting powered card, but I don't think you're going to see a huge number of points. Also, since they pay out quarterly, it's not going to be that big a deal. Not as big a deal for Built. Also, Built made it pretty explicit that spend on the card might count toward status if you link it to your account, but the points earned from Rakuten, transferred from Rakuten to Built, will not count toward status. So I think I don't think it's OP, overpowered. I don't think it's nerfed. So time will tell. But yeah, I don't think it's as huge a point explosion as we think, because it's just the typical Rakuten stuff. Like, how many points do people drive to membership rewards from Rakuten every holiday season? Like, if you go hard, you can build up some points. Yeah. Bill, right? The Flex Q4 was horrible. Yeah, the pushing PayPal all the way to December was a choice. I don't know that it was a good choice necessarily, but yeah, the rest of it wasn't good. Old Navy, what was the rest of it? Old Navy, Chase Travel Portal, department stores. And department stores didn't count Target or a Walmart, so it's kind of like, okay, who's going to Bergdorf Goodman? Who's going to Belk? Macy's and JCPenney, I think, are still around, but yeah, it was not a strong quarter for the Chase Freedom Flex. Call me Lonnie says he's on dad duty. He's only here for a good time, not for a long time. That's fair. Oh, we got Chad. 1 second here, Chad. Copy. Hold on, I just saw Chad's chop it up. All right, Chad, check your Discord, and that is sent over. QC man, we're 4 days away from finding out Q1's Freedom Flex categories. If they restrict groceries to just March, like PayPal this quarter, that would really suck. Yes, it would. Chad says he doesn't usually do this. Sent you the link. Check your Discord, Chad. We'd love to have you on, chop it up. So yeah, we got that done. The only other ghost card is Amex Everyday Preferred. Yeah, still no word on what's happening there. Cash Magnet, which that can stay away. Marion Amex card. My mom has that card. It's $95. It's fine. You can product change down to it, no issue. And the U.S. Bank Altitude Reserve. Yep, there's plenty of others. Zach Kinsey Music, thanks for the gift membership. Absolutely, sir. Hope you get some use out of it. We do post the shows, everything up all at once. As soon as we're done recording it, as soon as we're done editing it, everything goes up all at once. So you can watch the full show, which is members only, or you can watch the broken up pieces here and there. We got Chad joining us. Mr. Chad, you have 20 minutes. How's it going, sir?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Everyone else, if anyone else has a issue, awesome. Let us know, but I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm getting my backlight up with my computer screens, man. I just wanted to come out and let it be known. You got one of the best gigs going, man. You've done a hell of a job. Wait a minute, can I curse? I always curse. Can I curse?
You're fine. I'm running both streams. It's fine.
Yeah, you've done a fucking bang up job. I love what you're doing with the place, and I gotta admire the substance in your lives. Kudos to you, man. Absolutely kudos to you. If we don't speak about anything else, I definitely wanted to come out and show my support. I am super duper proud of you, man, and you have something that you should be proud of, regardless of the views, regardless of slumps. Matt, you're kicking ass. You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you, sir. It is. I was having a bit of a rough go of it in October, November. Things were a little slumpy on the channel, so it was a little rough. But no, I appreciate your words. And yeah, I still can't believe you got me to start doing this 2 years ago.
Shit, yeah, man. The thing is that, and this is something I've been preaching a long time. Everyone's opinion matters. You know what I mean? In this game that is extremely subjective with little sprinkles of objectivity, everyone's opinions matter. And also, I'm somebody who can learn from anybody. You know what I mean? And dude, I talk to you outside of the space. Like it was a natural progression. You know what I mean? And I take zero credit for you, because I think even had I not said anything, it would have been a natural progression. You got a lot of stuff to share, a lot of valuable information to share. And, you get into the lives, you get the business done. You know what I mean? It's not slow paced. It's not a lot of what I see, because I watch a lot of content, and I got to tell you, I watched you mature, and you've built level upon level. And this is definitely something you should be proud of. That's it, bar none. And if anybody don't like it, they can fight me. That's how I feel.
That's fair. So Chad, while I have you, geez, what have you thought about the landscape of the credit card game this year?
It's funny that you ask. As far as the credit card landscape goes, it is now forcing people to be more prudent. You know what I mean? People like to be influenced. People like the shiny bits. But now it's like, even in the universe, how bright can stars burn? There's always a limiting factor. There's only so much annual fees people are willing to pay. You're seeing devaluations all across the board. You're seeing partners renegotiating their transfer agreements. The credit card industry watches its marketing arm, which is credit card YouTube, even more so than commercials. We are the biggest credit card marketing arm, and they are adjusting accordingly. And now I think going forward, at least short term, next 24 months, you have to be smarter with your credit cards. It's not all about sub hunting and collecting cards just to say you have them. I don't even care if you're a creator. You got to be smarter with your points, because now they're making sure that, outside of the one offs, there are so many people that we don't even know about. I'm a part of Facebook groups, and I see other groups of people who are not involved in YouTube that are killing it with points,
Mhm.
just absolutely killing it. So, I mean, I think they're rebounding and they're getting ready. So people have to become smarter, because the credit card space is contracting as far as value propositions go. That's my honest opinion. I guess it was just a long way for me to say it.
No, and you did mention the renegotiations. We've seen Emirates and now Cathay, at least with one issuer, Cathay renegotiate. Do you think this is going to become a continuing trend? Do you see any issuers being at like the forefront of this? Do you think and I'm kind of alluding mostly to American Express. Do you think American Express will start or accepting those lower transfer rates just because they
Absolutely.
can?
Absolutely, because
Okay.
the significance of the fact that they renegotiated with Emirates should be telling enough. These are two high dollar brands that go after whales.
Mhm.
Amex in the credit space, Emirates in the aerospace. Eh, There's no doubt. You think Emirates, you immediately think luxury. You don't think, I don't know what an Emirates economy seat looks like. Who uses points to fly Emirates economy as a redemption per se?
Right.
And if you're not in that part of the world, most of our viewers don't regularly fly Emirates. You know what I mean? So these groups, I think it is going to be a trend. And really, I think you were ahead of the curve within the last 12 to 18 months, because a lot of people are not paying attention, because remember, you got to be smart about this. Wells Fargo is really coming up on top of the heap as an issuer because of one thing, and one thing only, that is going to set them apart: 1-to-1. That is starting to become a exception rather than the rule. You get what I'm saying? If they do, like, if they pull a city move and get JetBlue 1-to-1, that would
Which
be a
they
hell
did.
of a move. Oh, they did. You
Yeah.
know what? I literally just traveled. I transferred points. You're right. That's a hell of a coup.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Um,
what do you say to that? Amex doesn't
I,
have 1-to-1.
nope. And Amex with JetBlue is 5-4, and you have to pay the excise tax.
No taxes on Wells Fargo. Because actually,
Nope.
I'm sorry, I forgot, because I bought a ticket for my cousin. She's going to Jamaica, and
Oh,
I used points for that. And I think I paid like $15 cash, but there was no excise tax at all. And those points, instant.
yep.
There was no waiting time. I've used it for avios. Like, I'm telling you, Wells Fargo can end up being a dark horse by simply doing what they're good at. They don't have to reach. They don't have to do the ridiculous reaches that Chase and Amex did to outdo each other, only to really stick their customers with high fees and weird credits.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Wells Fargo because I'm dying a little bit because I've got some nuggets, but I can't disclose them yet.
Oh, hey man, I hear that. I got something I'm working on too, and I can't disclose them either. I can give you guys a hint. I've actually come up with the 10 commandments for YouTube viewers that I'm
Ooh,
currently working on, and it may ruffle a little feathers, but it's just some things that I've been getting off my chest, and I got some stuff coming out end of year. I just gotta find time to film. I've been working like crazy. I was recently really sick, so I didn't make
yeah,
it to the creator meetup, but yeah, I got some things in my back pocket as well.
excellent. I'm looking forward to those. Your videos are always a delight. Like anytime it's like, oh, it's a new chat video, I got to stop what I'm doing and go watch it. Um, absolutely. Anytime I see that I missed a live, I'm like, okay, it is what it is.
It's all good. I see Kevin Wynn in here saying what food you should get in
Yeah.
Orlando. I can tell you right now, Kevin, if you like barbecue, there's a place called Four Rivers. Four Rivers has some of the best barbecue I've ever had in Orlando. It's right over by Orlando Health. It's a big Advent Health Orlando. It's right over by that hospital. It's in that general area. Barbecue is just ridiculous. Just one suggestion: if you like barbecue.
Just catching up on some of the Some of the contents, some of the points, sorry, some of the chats here got Lonnie saying to tag you in, which we've done. QC Man went to Kohl's, Codes is a department store for the Freedom Flex. We got Chad. Hear you loud and clear. Perfect. Matt's been delivering the content lately. Yeah, and I've had nights where I just like record 4 or 5 videos, get them edited, get them scheduled.
That's it, man. And man, I wish I'd have seen Lonnie. I was over in Cali. I was over in the Bay. And I was out there for a couple of days. Normally, when I go out there, I try to hit up some of the California creators, regardless of where they are in California, because I can, I got a little wiggle room. Unfortunately, I was just super busy, man. Shout out to Lonnie though; he's awesome.
Yeah.
Filmo says my lives are easy to miss. He pops up at any time. He's gonna be into a minute. He's going into a minute. Yeah, man. I don't believe in wasting anybody's time. I really don't. These 2 and 3 hour lives, God bless them, but I really don't do the filler. I don't like the filler. And it's nothing against anybody else who does them long. I mean, that's great, but I want to hit you with the content, give you what you need, get you your value, and get you on your way.
No, but I definitely appreciate it. The live perspectives, nice quick hits. I try not to be super long on these, but RJ and I will go a while. But we've always got stuff to talk about. Like we've always got questions. We've always got things to turn to. Folks mentioning that Wells Fargo's taking their time. Stay tuned. You guys want to stay tuned on Wells Fargo. I'm hearing chatter, and I can't talk about it, but I'm hearing chatter.
That's what's up. I'll be looking forward to it. I always catch your stuff, and I engage and I comment because, like, I'm telling you, it's good. You're good, man. You're doing your thing, and props to you. QC Man's asking, does Wells Fargo have a 524ish rule? I can tell you that I have been subject to that rule. It is whether it's stated or understated. They have sent me a letter when I think I tried to do the autograph. Not the regular autograph because I have that, but the one
journey.
Yeah. Which is going to lead me to a question I have for you as a resident Wells Fargo expert.
Sure.
So I recently got a letter saying that my Built card was going to be converted to another autograph card, obviously because of their partnership change, right?
Yep.
So being the resident expert, and I depend on you as my subject matter expert here, would it be more difficult for me to do a product change as I will now have 2 autograph cards? So that way I can kind of, get rid of some of that overlap. Maybe a journey. I don't know about the Attune. I already have the active cash.
You already have the active cash.
Yeah.
So they have been a little cagey with product changes in general. I don't know why. Like they will allow you to change an active cash to an autograph. They will allow you to change an autograph to an active cash. But you've got those cards already. What I would try to do, and I can't guarantee how customer service will react, but I would give customer service a call and just say, hey, I recently got a letter about the Built change. I'm a Built card holder. I got the letter about it becoming an autograph. I hold an autograph. Can the autograph that I hold be converted into an autograph journey? I can live without the welcome offer on that. Don't necessarily want to live without the welcome offer on that because it's 60,000 points on 4,000 spend. But if you're in a position where you're boxed out or you have recently gotten a welcome offer in the last 6 months, I would give them a call, just see, state your case, see what they can do for you. Because if you've already got the active cash, like that is sort of closed, and having 2 active caches is, well, stupid. And I don't know what they would do with the Attune because the Attune's on the MasterCard network, and I don't know if they're one of those like you can easily flip between Visa and MasterCard. So I would just state my case. Like I wouldn't want to hold 2. I don't necessarily want to hold 2 autographs because that's redundant. Is there something else I can do with this card?
Okay.
Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know, but
I mean, I'll definitely reach out to him. I mean, I would love
Yeah.
the points because I still get my Wells Fargo points because I'm working on one redemption to rule them all. 2027 is going to be epic if everything works in my favor.
Gonna be
My
doing some of
one
those.
redemption will be a mix of first class products.
Ooh.
And if I work it right, it will literally let me circumnavigate the globe on one redemption. In addition to some surprise and not very popular, but super niche hotel products. But trying to see if it all works out in my favor for 2027.
No, that certainly makes sense. With that redemption, will the word Allegris be involved?
I am bantying that word about,
Okay.
and it is in the mix with some other premier first class products and others that you actually don't get a lot of mention on YouTube as connecting flights as well.
Because if you need to transfer points over to get Allegris, that's a thing you can do now.
Yeah, yes, you can. And see, I told you I watch. You know what I mean? And in addition to that, man, like with the space becoming what it is, people have to be savvy. Like me, for instance, my situation is very, 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 very specific. I've taken 133 flights this year, and I've rented quite a few cars. And really, car rental agencies are a hidden gem to get into points ecosystems that you otherwise may not have access to, even with American cars, like Lufthansa Miles and More. Korean Air, which is notoriously hard to get points unless you get I think it's Bank of America
U.S.
has
Bank.
US Bank. I always get those confused. Like Korean and the Korean Air products, first class on both their A380 and their 747 are top shelf. So, like a lot of the rental car agencies, they are not locked into alliances like the airlines. So you can, if you fly a lot, if you rent cars a lot, even if you don't fly a lot, you can get really a lot of hits, a lot of points, and Asiana miles, very valuable. Nobody talks about Asiana miles. They're extremely valuable. You can get Asiana miles through car rental agencies, and they're a
Mhm.
transfer partner of Marriott. And as you know, I use Marriott to tap off airline miles, and I get the most value out of them than I ever do, especially compared to using them to stay at Marriott properties.
Yeah. I always forget that they're a good option for airlines or hotels. I think they've had some interesting not super interesting hotel options, but you can, if you want to build up your hotel stack, you can always get like Avis is a way to get Hyatt points
Absolutely.
if
Absolutely.
if you need to do that. QC Man asks, a niche hotel option. Will it be I prefer is a better redemption than, or niche hotel opinion? Will it be I prefer is a better redemption than Hyatt, or just some other general Hyatt slander?
I've been looking at both I prefer and the new and I don't know why the leaders the
Leaders
new
Club,
program. Yes, that
LHW. Yeah,
yeah, I've been looking at that. They have some nice things. They've got nice things. And on top of that, I was actually able to use them to do a status match. I just recently rented on my last redemption last weekend when I went to Toronto and Niagara Falls with the wife. I was able to use my platinum status with Sixth that I got through the Leaders Club. So everything's on the table. IHG is on the table. The Radisson is on the table. These are things that a lot of people don't talk about because in the States, Radisson is not known as a high dollar brand. Who else? Who runs Comfort? I don't know why it's
that's choice.
Choice. Choice internationally has things that you can definitely bat your eyelashes at. There's some very nice properties internationally. I've seen a few, especially when I was in France and when I was in Italy. Um, you tend to run into more of the nicer ones in Northern Europe. But yeah, everything's on the table because I want to do this and I wanted to make it like an anthology. And I happen to be in a situation where I have a trove of points and I already have 2026 booked. So why not like build it for 2027 and go out of this world?
No, that That makes a lot of sense. I'm hoping that you can get that like round the world redemption booked out because the video you're going to do on that, I cannot wait.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. I got all my cameras, my action cam, my 360 cam. I got some things cooking up in the lab. But man, work has just been kicking me in the face. All these flights and delays, they've just been driving me nuts, man. That's why I saw you and I'm like, man, I gotta jump on with my partner here, bro.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime. Um, yeah, with that, I know you've been constricted in videos, so like I'm just using this as an opportunity to pick your brain.
Mm.
Um, I don't remember if you recorded videos or not about the two major travel card refreshes, but like, how has the platinum refresh been treating you?
I because of the conditions of my travel, it has been good to me. You know what I mean? I've booked already with the elevated FHR. I've looked at the credits. I definitely the Uber One grants me value because sometimes I'm at these hotels. I don't want to go and leave and get anything. You know
Right.
what I mean? I'd rather have it come to me and to be able to carry over the Uber Cash in conjunction with the discount that I already have. That has brought me value. I would say that the platinum card has treated me well, but still, should I get another job? Should I change industry? Should I go fully remote? It's out of there. The only
Right.
reason I keep it is by virtue of my travel, and for years it has served me well.
No, that definitely makes sense. And I know you mentioned leading hotels of the world. Did you already status match to their Sterling option as soon as that went live?
Absolument. Absolutely. I did a members only video, and I mean I can spoil it now. I did a members only video that outlined not only that status, but then using that to status match to platinum with sixth in order to get like walk on service, like your executive elite with national, and we were able to take advantage of that. We got a nice Audi Q5, wasn't super expensive, great
Nice.
car, fantastic. It was a fantastic rental. So yeah, six gets my stamp of approval. And like I said, I've been looking at the properties. I saw some properties in Greece, saw some properties here, and in the US they have a couple of places and some little nooks that would be pretty awesome.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't mind the refresh. Like, I understood the refresh when it came out. Like, I've taken some heat just because I didn't think it was like as great as it was. It was just the way that Amex ended up framing it and putting it so far like intentionally putting it after the reserve.
Yeah.
Like the reserve took all the smoke because it deserved to. And then like they got to say, "Oh, look at the new shiny," and everybody lost their dang minds.
Yeah, I mean, how many R rings can you get? Lululemon. Okay, I get it. Get your sweatshirts. I live in Florida. I'll get my sweatshirts for the 4 days of cold weather that we have between February and March. It is what it is. Now at this point, if you're not looking at stacking opportunities, you're not playing the game properly. I don't care if you have a bunch of no annual fee cards. If you are not looking at opportunities to stack, because now these portals, especially with the unsung hero, which is Capital One's portal, which is literally just flexing in the shadow of Rakuten and the like, those are ways that you don't have to pay huge fees to get a card. And over the course of a year, which isn't a long time, you can build up a sub's worth of points.
Yeah.
Now you're playing the same game as somebody with the platinum and the gold and the blue business plus, and you don't even have an MX card. Built
Yep.
another one, another portal, another ecosystem where you do not need the card to enjoy the benefits. So, like I said, people gotta get smarter about this. They gotta I definitely think they should watch your content. They should watch Lonnie's content. Stacking is the way to go. You have to be economical with this thing because I'm telling you, they're taking care of their shareholders, and their shareholders don't want to rub elbows with the likes of us on their
No.
Emirates flights.
No,
They
they
really
don't.
do not.
That's why Emirates limited your ability to book first class to like Emirates.
Yeah.
Emirates. Is it Emirates status holders or folks who are booking? I think it's
What
Emirates
they
status
did
holders, right?
was over the summer, they limited you cannot use points to book first class on any Emirates flight period. Not with them, no partner bookings either. So you can't even do it with
Mm,
Qantas, which was a great backdoor. So now what it is that you have to book business and hope that first class availability opens up. However,
got
you're
it.
going to get it. That's how I ended up getting first class when I went to Greece. I booked business because I didn't have the points. I don't think I had no first class wasn't available. Then they opened up the availability, and then I took it from there. And that's how you have to do it, unless you are a member. Then you get first class availability, and that's only through Emirates.
Got it. Okay. QC Man had another question for you. What percentage of your flights were in premium seating as opposed to economy? 100 flights in a year in economy would be rough.
I would say, with all honesty, it's probably a 70-30 split because my job pays for my flights, and
Okay.
it's not even a case where they're doing a reimbursement where I can just go over and just take the flat reimbursement. So my status has helped me with upgrades all over the place, and that status with all big three, and then some. Depending on the flight, I have no problem paying for an upgrade since the core ticket price is already paid. Because
All right.
I'd rather get somewhere and be able to stand and walk normally than to be hunched over like I mix potions with Eye of Newt and Leg of Bat and so on and so forth when I get to my destination. So yeah, it's about a 70-30 split.
Got it. So Chad wants to be Chad. He doesn't want to be
Igor.
Iago. Yeah. Yep. And Wells Fargo can and Citi can transfer 1 to 2 to choice. Yep. Ron mentioning heavy hitters and Sleepy Rod. I like Chad's money minutes. Gets along with all credit card creators. Yeah. Chad's why I started, honestly.
Hey, you guys are awesome. We got a hell of a community here. I mean, everybody has their thing, everybody has their niche, everybody has their way.
Yep.
And I think that all of them have a place. I have my preferences, as does everyone else. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like me personally, I can only speak on me. I like to learn something when I watch stuff. Um, if I want to slap hands and high five, I can do that on my own time. If I want to hear regurgitated content that's simply repackaged over and over and over again with the same within the same boundaries, I mean, look, I can just read the same website over and over again. You know what I mean? I
Yep.
like to learn things. I like to be able to look at things from a different perspective when I absorb the content on another creator's live, and then to really be able to appreciate the opinions that they have based on their subjective experience, especially if it opens my eyes. I love it. I love it. And once again, and like Matt, I'm telling you, I'm one of your biggest cheerleaders once again. That's why I tune into you. That's
Yep.
why I've been a supporter since day one. And I think that other people should support. And if they are not supporting, exactly what the hell are they doing with themselves? But that's just me.
I ask myself that every day. Just kidding. Speaking of another couple of portals that you mentioned that we've been chopping it up on, how do you feel about Built 2.0 or the running up to Built 2.0? Not necessarily the cards because we don't know about the cards yet, but what they
I
seem to
can't
be building.
can't lie to you. I haven't been paying attention.
Okay.
Built with its hot and cold, built with its hey, come here, customers, but don't get too close, you stupid customers attitude. They've made me take a step back. I've relegated my built card to a food card, fast food card, and a HOA card in order to maintain and get the points. But I'm waiting to see. I want to be surprised. I
Okay.
either want to be surprised or absolutely shocked, because I'm already a part of so many different ecosystems.
No, that definitely makes sense. I was just curious because like I've been down on the company. I think the card is fine. I think the program is still amazing, but the company has left me wanting a lot.
Yeah.
So I want to see what
And
they
they've
do.
had so many opportunities.
Yeah.
They've had so many opportunities to innovate. They've had so many opportunities to just to stitch other cart like you guys don't have the overhead of giving out huge subs. What are we doing here? Why Blade? You know,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I mean, I get it. You have to have your business relationships, but there are things, some of these built days where it's like, you guys could have really, where you're not spending money on doing huge ROI offers for your customers, you're doing so to pay celebrities for a 1 day party. That, oh, Jesus Christ, like you're killing me.
Yep.
But that's just me.
No, that's fair. Kevin mentions he wants to go to Disney World, been to Disneyland, want to see Disney World for the first time. Doing that on points is a little difficult.
It's expensive, Kevin. It's hot.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, it's hot. For the sake of the matter, Disney pretty much owns the city that it's in. A lot of people are under the impression it's in Orlando, but it's actually, I do believe technically it's Celebration, Florida. That the Magic Kingdom and Epcot and all that stuff, it's technically zoned, has its own zip code. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy hot, crazy expensive, and understand that anything with an entertainment multiplier like your Saver One is probably going to hold sway, and they will take any money that they can get. Get ready for a $28 bottle of water with a little fan and a mister, depending. If it's February, you're going to get the best weather that you possibly can get going there, but still, it's always going to be pricey. The House of the Mouse is, it's not for the weak pocketed.
Yeah. I from time to time I would talk to Chad Pennycoff on and off about it just because
Mhm.
he's got that long-standing relationship and he's like he can get me some ins to make it a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
But a little bit cheaper is still a ridiculous ass vacation.
Yes. By a little bit cheaper, that is the most literal sense of just a little bit
Just a little bit.
cheaper.
Yeah.
just a smidge.
Just a
You know
smidge.
what I mean?
So instead of built, I wanted to just ask, have you paid attention to the Mesa ecosystem at all?
I have been watching content on Mesa. For me, it's not something the $1,000 monthly spend requirement. My house is in pretty decent repair. I live in a townhome, so
Yep.
I don't have a lot of the problems that standalone homes have. You know what I mean? And I don't have some of the requirements, especially with an HOA. There are things that are taken care of for me.
Right.
And I think the $1,000 requirement is a lot. But their Omni, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a coup. If anyone has never been to an Omni Hotel, you are missing out. Fantastic, fantastic properties, great catalog. But yeah, I think Mesa is. I think Mesa is doing things that I think they're operating in a way built should operate, given that more people rent than own homes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like the fact that they're taking it slow and they're doing things meaningfully rather than throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion.
I do appreciate their approach. I've like seen complaints on some of the message boards about, denials and stuff like that on the card. Kind of is
Mhm.
what it is. They didn't go with they didn't land like a big issuer partner. And they didn't burn a bridge with a big issuer partner for I don't know what reason. Um, the other problem with Built that I have is that they're on their third issuer now in 5 years. That's
Yeah,
that's not great.
at all.
Yeah.
That's
And
just
one of
not.
those issuers is literally a top 5 bank.
Yeah.
So,
What are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
yep.
You
Uh,
know,
yep. Kevin says he's ready for the heat in Florida. He's been to Texas in the summer. I feel like Florida is a different sort of heat.
definitely different. Texas is dry heat. Florida's heat is, and I tell people this all the time. You ever want to see what it's like to be in Florida? I don't care where you are in the world. Go
Yep.
in your bathroom, take the
Yep.
hottest shower that you can take.
Yep.
I want you to stay in there until the mirrors are fogged up. And when you get out of said shower, skip the towel and simply put all your clothes on.
Yep.
Congratulations.
You're in
That's what
Florida.
Florida feels like. Because there's no real uh, relief in the shade. It's hot, it's muggy. It is what it is. But when he's coming down, February and March are good because the mosquitoes are gone. Not at a minimum, they're gone. And you're butting up to love bug season, so might make a mess of the front of your rental, but that's a part of doing business. And it is very temperate, especially Central to South Florida between February and March. That's when you're going to get your coldest days. Those
Yep.
4 days that may hit 60s. And other than that, it's temperate, it's beautiful, great time to come.
Yeah. Philma mentioned they spend about $10,000 at Disney this year, which I can believe.
Oh, geez, that's like what? 4 tickets, 2 rides, a popcorn, something to eat, trip to the beer garden, and parking.
Oh, and that's before you do the princess breakfast. Okay. Because the princess breakfast is extra.
Oh, jeez. 10.
QC
Oh,
Man, thank you for the super sticker. Who was built with before Wells Fargo? Before Wells Fargo, they were with Evolve Bank. So Evolve was a small issuer. That's where the original card was built up with, and Evolve wanted the 5 transactions. And
yeah.
then Wells Fargo kept the 5 transactions, much to Wells Fargo's stupidity, because they should have implemented the you got to spend at least X amount of dollars through this card. And now they're going to cardless.
Yeah. Because cardless, I believe they have the Qatar Airways card, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. Yes, I mean, they keep jumping ship, and man, Built just could have been so much more because they did things different, and I was okay with them breaking the mold. But the problem is they keep breaking the mold to go to another mold that they can't break and cannot fit into. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm keeping Built at a distance. I've got less than 10,000 Built points. I've got like 7,000, but that's just because I have them attached to, like, I used to play Points Quest on rent day, so I would usually pick up 250 points a month that way, and they discontinued that, and I've got it attached to my Lyft account. So anytime I take a Lyft anywhere, like, I'll earn my 5 times chase points, and I'll earn 2 Built points on the side. Always be stacking.
Awesome. And with the World Elite MasterCard, every third ride gets you $5 back a month, if I recall correctly, with World Elite.
All World Elites. Yep. I don't go that route just because I got the $10. I also have that like $10 voucher on my first car on my first ride.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, hell, you're doing a damn thing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always going to applaud it. I don't like leaving no money on the table.
Oh yeah.
At all. You know what I mean?
Besides that, like, I'm keeping Built at an arm's length, and I've dived headfirst into the rabbit hole that is Rove right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I had reached out to you to get your referral thing. I think I had signed up under your referral. I hope they gave you the points. I thought I was going to have to do a booking, and it turns out I was able to do a points booking instead, but still Rove will be my next idea, cuz I got some ideas for Hawaii that I'm trying to do for some island hops, and I think quick cash rooms is probably better than me trying to even figure out points. And then that way I can, start building up some Rove stuff and start looking at some other transfer opportunities or even top offs if that's the case.
Yeah, and they're loyalty eligible
Absolutely.
on like any room, any hotel in the chain is. Like, they did a Black Friday deal, 10x loyalty eligible. I went in and booked 6 Hyatt nights and 2 Hilton nights because I got the Surpass, so I needed to burn those $50 credits. So I went in and booked 1 in Q1, 1 in Q2 at Hilton, and 6 nights at a Hyatt so far, just to extend Discoverist.
Hell yeah, man. Do that.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Use them. And Lufthansa, their points, oh man, their prices are great for their redemptions. I have them on Seats.Aero, and I've done the business class on the 747. I would like to do the first class, even though it's old and it's dated. It's just for a nostalgic thing. Even though I have flown the Queen of the Skies and the King of the Skies, I still want to be able to say I've done that. And then their first class product on the A380 is not bad at all. Also, as we spoke earlier, the vaunted Allegris.
Yeah.
You know, I got to make my way out to Munich and point a jet somewhere to enjoy that.
I'm looking to do one of those 88-mile transatlantics. It's economy, which is a pain in the ass, but it's 88 miles.
88 miles?
88 miles.
No, I can't do it. Man, the way this arthritis is set up, like a lot of people think I'm bougie, but like I legitimately in my 20s, I came down with gout. I have arthritis, and like I just can't be folded up in a plane like that. I'll be just by the time I land. But damn, 88 miles though.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I thought you were talking about that. They thought it was a typo, but that's real. 88 miles. Oh, jeez.
I mean,
Oh.
taxes and fees are going to be like $300, but $400, but like it's $400 and you spent less than $1 in point value.
And on top of that, with the economy ticket, even transatlantic, normally those would be like between like $800 and $1,200 anyway. You're still saving. I mean, that's still 66, 70% off. Like, damn.
Yep.
Ooh. But I know me. If I tell my wife, yeah, we're gonna fly economy, she's gonna look at me like I got three heads.
But the savings.
She's gonna look at me like I got three heads. She's like, I'm not dealing with you when you're landing. You crazy? I'm not unfolding you when you land. When you land, I didn't sign up for that. Better or worse, my ass.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it to Liz one time, and she was just like, "What are you've introduced me to extended legroom? What's wrong with you?" No,
exactly.
like, fine.
Exactly. So like, if I want to fly economy, I'll divorce you and get with a normal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, fine. You're lucky you found out the kid can handle plane travel, no problem.
Yeah. QC Man is saying the best city for tourists in Florida. It is definitely not Miami. I've lived in Florida long enough to tell you, it is not any of the cities that you think it could be. What I would suggest for people visiting, Florida is actually to find a suburban city that a highway runs through. So, like on the West Coast, like a city like Venice, um, Wesley Chapel, which is within striking distance of Tampa, but you get a small town feel in all of the same services. And even if you go into Tampa, Orlando's within striking distance. Another one, Lake Wales. Another one, like I live, and I don't care if anybody knows where I live. I live in a place called Port St. Lucie, and it's very popular in New York because it's where the Mets spring train. So it has the advantage of position where it's an hour and a half south of Orlando, hour and a half north of Miami. Both the Turnpike and I-95 run through it. It has all the services that you can need because you also have West Palm, very close where the president normally visits. So I would definitely not say for a first time visitor, Miami's a goddamn terror dome. So I probably would not go there. Orlando, people think because of Disney a first time, but Orlando is a big little college slash amusement park town. And the traffic on I-4 is absolutely legendary. If you're going to stay in a city, I would probably stay in Daytona if you want a big city feel, and then that gives you Orlando in 30 minutes. And then it gives you St. Augustine in about an hour and a half, which, fun fact, is the biggest city by area in the United States.
I know it's the oldest established city in the United States, but didn't know
Oh,
that.
no. You know what? I'm sorry. Said the wrong city. Jacksonville. Jacksonville is the biggest by area. St. Augustine's the oldest.
Okay. Good to know. I if I ever make my way down for spring training, I will want to go to Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, that's where a lot of New Yorkers come here, and then the Dodgers, they have their spring training. We get a lot of Angelinos in Vero Beach. Vero Beach has the Dodgers. Port St. Lucie has the Mets. They've had the Mets for years, like since I was like younger than my kids are now. So you get a lot of New York transplants here.
Oh yeah. No, I bet. So Keith dropped a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Keith. Do either of you use SaveWise? It's like cashback monitor and card pointers combined. Tracks Rover offers too. It's a complete stacking tool. Fun fact, on what was it? Black Friday, I bought both SaveWise and card pointers. I think I bought both Lifetime. I hope I bought both Lifetime.
I use card pointers. I have the free one. I'm looking up SafeWise as we speak.
Yeah, I have yet to go to Miami. The last time I was in Florida, I was 10, 11, and I went to Disney World. So it's been a while. So Filmo, I can buy 3 seats for 264 miles. If you find the 88 mile option, yes, you can.
And enjoy them, sir. Enjoy them.
You want a question about Vietnam? We can try. I want to go to Vietnam.
My phone's at 9%. No, my phone's at 9%, or else I would stay. And I don't want to run it out. I just want to say it has been an honor to be welcomed onto your channel. I love what you're doing. Keep killing it, keep crushing it, and just keep pushing, man. You deserve unending success and prosperity. Everybody in the chat, keep rocking with Matt. Salute to you, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Nearly 2,400 on my channel, and we're just past 600 on the podcast. We're looking to get up to 1,000 whenever we can.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm actually going to dive into the SaveWise. Before I go, one last question, is there some sort of referral? Because I would hate for somebody to miss out on a referral.
I'm not aware if there is a referral. I just have it set up and turned on. Keith, if you've got a referral, message Chad.
Yeah. Let me I'm gonna look at the sign up. As a matter of fact, let me look it up. I'll give him some time and I'll see about that. But yeah, you guys take it easy. Peace to the chat. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. I cannot say thank you enough. It is great to know that even though I've been on a bit of hiatus, that the community still has love for me as I appreciate you, Matt. Keep kicking ass. Keep doing the fucking thing. You're the shit. I appreciate you, brother. You take it easy. I'm signing off.
Thank you so much, Chad. Thank you. Take care. Thanks for coming on. All right, cool. Kevin, I'll try my best to answer any questions you might have. We'll see what we can do. Michael Nunez, I only go to Miami to get on a cruise. That's fair. All 3 seats will be for you. Well, that's fair, FOMO. I don't know that they would allow you to do 3 seats for yourself, but you can try. Can't hurt. Can give any advice for a cruise for me? I haven't done cruises yet, but I'm sure the chat's definitely got questions on a cruise. Dugraz reporting in and saying that he knows that guy. Yeah, it's fantastic to get Chad on. We got a good 45 minutes out of Chad, so that was awesome. SaveWise triggers Simply Miles, City offers, and Rakuten in-person offers. Ooh, nice. See you, Chad. Dugraz here from QC Man. Hey, quality control. Lifetime. So there are now referrals for SaveWise for me, but thanks. Okay. Got it. Take care. Oh, sorry, just catching up on the chat. I'm a fan of SaveWise too. It really makes stacking easy for me. Perfect. Thank you, Rando. And Chad's back. There we go. Yep. Hopefully, got to charge that phone. Where's your referral at? Bianca, if you go to any of my videos, pretty much any video I've posted in the last 4 months, check out today's video. Go to my pinned comment, and you'll have to extend it because I've been trying to get more engagement through the pinned comments. But one of my first links says join Rove Miles. Actually, what I'm going to do, RJ will hate me for this, but I don't care at the moment. We're just going to go Rove. Refer, copy link. All right, so I'm going to drop my link in the chat. Or Keith, if you want to drop my link in the chat. There we go. On the Stack Your Points, the link I just dropped should be my Rove referral. Otherwise, Keith, if you want to post it, that's fine as well. Yeah, Rove is pretty interesting, and they've got Miles and More, which will be fantastic. And you're welcome, Bianca. And yeah, so Lufthansa is now suddenly in play via Rove. That's going to be cool. And they have 13,000 stores that they can do, that they have access to for mile opportunities. And you can book hotels, like hotels that aren't in Rove. You can like link through Rove shopping to other hotels, other hotel systems that are not the ones that you would normally think of, like Hilton, Hyatt, IHG, Marriott. They've got other hotels that you can earn points with as well. I think H10 hotels are one of those, and a couple others. Does Wells Fargo have a referral program? Unfortunately, they do not, because I would have been posting those autograph referrals left, right, and center all over the place. So if they had one, I would be on it. And then they'd question how many referrals, how many points I'd be generating through referrals. I think we're caught up on chat there. So there we go. Yeah. So what else? What else is there? It's been, again, a bit of a slow week. I've got my grading series slowly rolling out. I'm going to turn that into a playlist as well. I think next week I'm going to try to do a wish list from each issuer. So that'll be fun. Tyler's credit card tips. What's up, big dog? Came across your live on my YouTube recommendations. Just liked and subscribed. Hope you have a great stream, man. But thank you so much, Tyler. I'm not able to access it through StreamYard, but I will try to. Tyler, if you want, you can jump on. If you're on mine or the Stack Your Points, just drop a comment anywhere, and I'll check out your channel as well. I'd love to get some more creators out there in my stream. So yeah, thanks, Tyler. And, yeah, I'll check your stuff out. Sounds good. Kevin Ewan, what is the best debit card for international ATM withdrawal? Anything that has no foreign transaction fee, and anything that will pay you back, reimburse you any fees incurred. The Charles Schwab would be one, and then I believe Fidelity's debit card also will do no foreign transaction fees and like reverse ATMs. I know that Charles Schwab is the most widely regarded answer to that question. But the best is always going to be the one that you can get and that has no foreign transaction fees and will reverse those charges. Mars Ruth tried to use Rove to book Chicago hotel, but all the options were outside the city, like Evanston and Skokie. Oof, that's rough. Yeah, Rove, if it can also depend on your timing and when you're doing like loyalty eligible. They're also about to revamp their hotel and flight searches, so hopefully that will improve availability. But I know that it can be a bit of a worry. But try to use Rove to book Chicago hotel. Were you doing the loyalty eligible, or were you just searching for like one of those buy a bunch of points all at once? Because both of those should have worked. So I'm sorry about that, Mars. Chad says he's subbed to Tyler. I've seen a few of his videos. You know me, I always like to keep an eye out for new creators. Well, thanks for that, Chad. And Keith has put in Tyler's channel. So give me a second here, folks. Sorry, we are going to do something here real quick. I'm streaming the YouTube studio. That's the wrong one. Sorry. Profiles, Stack Your Points, channel content. Yes, I know. Thrilling entertainment here. No, that's not what I wanted. Control room. Sorry, I just wanted to check out the chat. Perfect. All right, cool. I'm going to subscribe from Stack Your Points and Control C. Sorry about this, folks. Control V. Okay. Tyler, I've subbed from both channels, so I will definitely take a look at some of your stuff. And ooh, I see Wells Fargo stuff. I'm a fan. And Michael Nunez, does Rove stack with Airbnb? Not directly, but they do allow you to buy Airbnb gift cards by way of giftcards.com. So you can't book Airbnbs through their hotel search. And just making sure Airbnb. Yeah. So if you are an Airbnb renter, they have an opportunity through Rove Shopping. But if you are just looking for Airbnbs, the Airbnb gift card through giftcards.com, and that would have a $2,000 limit that you can purchase. Kevin's had to head out. Thanks so much, Kevin, for stopping through. Keith posted Tyler's channel, so appreciate that. Perfect. It was during the Black Friday deal. Just checked, and there are more city proper options now. Interesting. Okay, I don't know if that was just due to the availability or the loyalty eligible or what, but glad to see that there are more city proper, because I gotta go back to Chicago at some point. Rove is probably going to be a Marriott and Hilton play for me going forward. If I do like, a 5 or 6 day stay there. I know you could do fifth night free with Hilton, but like I'd burn all my Hilton points on one vacation, and that's not optimal. But we'll see. I also have to like build up more Rove miles as well. Oh, and Chad's channel. Yep. Official Chad's Money Minutes. Definitely check out Chad if you haven't already, how are you subscribed to this channel and my channel if you aren't already subscribed to Chad's. Sweet. Appreciate the love, brother. Very much appreciated. Yeah, definitely. Thanks so much for popping in. Greatly appreciated. Michael Nunez, thanks. Yeah, absolutely. I'm wondering if vacation rentals will become a thing on Rove at some point. I don't know. Like they've got a ton of irons in the fire at any time. So that would be fantastic. SaveWise has a gift card store. I really like the entire SaveWiser site. I have to go more in depth on the SaveWise site. I get the little offers now with the extension, and I should probably go through the site a little bit more. So we got SaveWise, a couple other options. So yeah, I'll close that because watching myself on a delay is weird. Keith mentioning that Rove is great for Hilton bookings. Rove miles are worth 3x of what Hilton Honors points are worth. Yeah. So you can do a loyalty eligible stay, pay with Rove points, get a 1.5 cent per point, because all Rove loyalty eligible stays, regardless of the hotel chain, are between 1.4 and 1.6 cents per point that I'm seeing. Never seen it go to 2, but like that doesn't matter. All of them that I've seen are 1.4 to 1.6. It's a cash booking if you use the points, and so you'll also get the points associated with whatever status that you have with that hotel when you do the book, when you stay that night. So I am currently IHG Platinum. I would get the 60% boost. I am Hilton Gold. I would get the 80% boost. I am Hyatt Discoverist. I would get the 10% boost, and I am Marriott Gold, so I would get the 25% boost from there. So that is pretty solid. And you're booking at 1.5 cent per point. Like without super selective cherry picking and getting that fifth night free, when are you getting 1.5 cent per point from Hilton? I ask you this. You need to use the desktop version for SaveWise because their app is only a month old and sucks. Yeah, I haven't downloaded the app yet. I downloaded the Card Pointers app. It's a little rough, but I do like logging into a bank account and just getting everything loaded up all at once, just activating all my offers, and that's all I kind of need. Tyler says he's a new fan of Wells. They really came into my interest radar when they added JetBlue to their transfer partner because flights to my home airport of ATL to JFK or LGA are very plentiful. Yes. You can get a ton of JetBlue flights to JFK and LaGuardia from your home airport. Okay, so your home airport is Hartsfield Jackson. Yeah, and JetBlue is sweet. It's 1-to-1, 1 point to 1 point. Fantastic. I love that they added JetBlue this year. Like, I wish I could have graded them higher, but that it would have just been like, oh, you're a JetBlue fanboy and you're a Wells Fargo fanboy. Of course, you gave them this undeserved number. But no, it's pretty fantastic. This next year will definitely see me at least try for the Attune. Cardenas, it will pretty much double a major of my catch-all purchase from 2 to 4% or 4x. Yeah, the Attune card, if you do a lot of entertainment spend, you can put your gym membership, you can do like any pet stuff, you can do Amazon, you can do Ticketmaster, StubHub, all of those sites. Buying directly from the sports team would be 4x. Just not concessions, I've learned. You can get 4x at like Dick's Sporting Goods if Modell's is still around, which I don't think it is. REI, anything outdoorsy would be good. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what you meant. I just leaned into it, but yeah, no, the Attune is a pretty fantastic card. Kevin mentions that the autograph, the Capital One Saver, and Quicksilver are some of the best cards to have with no foreign transaction fee. Yeah, for no annual fee cards, they're awesome with no foreign transaction fees. Also, the Fidelity Visa, also a flat 2x earning card, no foreign transaction fee, which is excellent. And you can turn that into whatever you want. But no, those are all solid cards for no foreign transaction fee. Thanks, Kevin. Keith mentions the card pointer UI UX bothers me. I have the same issues with Max Rewards. The SaveWise UI is very good. Yeah, I've got to dive more into the desktop for sure. The Capital One Saver card works really well at arenas and stadiums. Food and entertainment code is 3%. Yeah, I used the Attune at UBS Arena, and the team store coded as 4%. The concessions did not. So concessions going forward at UBS Arena are probably going to all be put on Amex cards. And this is where, you should have the gold. No, I don't need the gold for that. My Saver will get me, gold points. For me, Wells Fargo became more interested for JetBlue and United partnership at my home airport of SFO. Yep. Yeah, I'm still waiting for more details on the Blue Sky Alliance, but it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, a lot of my entertainment, outdoors, gym, fitness, almost all my consistent catch-all spend, I'd rather have 4% on Wells Fargo and utilize airline alliances than miss out. Yep. Yeah, and the cashback pools right over to the autograph points very easily. You can do a bunch with those points, do Avios with no problem. Book Qatar by way of British Airways Avios, or just take your Avios from British Airways, connect your Qatar Avios account to it, and just move all the points over that way. You've got Air France flying blue. You can book Delta flights pretty easily. You can do some pretty good Delta damage with Air France through Atlanta as well as Virgin. And the only big complaint would be like, oh well, we don't have a significant number of hotels. You still have choice at 1 to 2. Wells Fargo's partners are still limited for now. And yes, you only need one point transfer to partner with Wells Fargo. Yep. I got as I said, I got a message from Choice Privileges that my points were going to expire on like January 31st of 2026, and it just popped into my Wells Fargo app, added 1 point, and it was like, oh well, here's another 18 months of having these points. What am I going to do with those points? I don't know yet, but I didn't want to lose them for nothing. That was silly, especially when I can kick the can down the road for 18 months for a penny. Yes, I will burn 1 penny to get 18 more months of flexibility. I'd be silly not to. Chad mentions that they are limited if you don't use alliances. Yes, but alliances can be your friend. Avios for sure is what I would utilize, plus Virgin Atlantic for Delta. I actually like Choice. Okay. And some of the more road trip type travel I do. Okay. Choice hotels are everywhere off the highways. Yes, there's usually a comfort or sleep in and so on. So, ooh, Dewgrass has some December shenanigans planned. And based on your post earlier today, sir, I have a feeling I know what's coming. Because I think you did a thing. Chad mentions that when he did Q Suites, it was all BA. It was BA Avios. Yep. And he mentions that JetBlue gets you United, as Matt says, an Avios is an Avios is an Avios, and so on and so forth. I'm still trying to figure out a way to make merch with an Avios is an Avios is an Avios without using the trademark. And I got to figure that out. Right now, it would be like it would just be like an please don't sue me. British Airways is a please don't sue me. British Airways is a please don't sue me. British Airways. But I don't think I can fit that on a shirt or a mug. So I got to figure something out. I was honestly hesitant to take the advantage of the alliances, but I've recently made the jump and it was way easier than I thought. Yep. Rando on the internet mentions UA is stingy with partners, so you need flexibility. And last few searches has needed more B6 miles than UA was asking for. There is that. There's definitely that. With BA, it's going to be finding sweet spots. But the big thing with JetBlue, it's going to be about finding sweet spots. I don't know how plentiful those are going to be, but JetBlue cash bookings will earn United miles. And United cash bookings will earn JetBlue miles, but just adding those miles, and I don't know if those flights are going to count towards PQS because usually that's just United Metal, but there was something about reciprocal flights, and they're going to try to do even more. So yeah, they're stingy. I'm hoping part of Blue Sky, the next round of Blue Sky announcements, is going to be something. Is something to do with partner availability where B6 becomes most favored nation status with it or something. But that's just rampant speculation on my part. Tyler signing out. Have a great rest of the stream, man. Much love. Keep up the great work. Doing my best. Thank you, sir. Check out the pod. Thanks for checking out the channel. Definitely check out the pod at stackyourpoints.com and, well, Stack Your Points here on YouTube. Greatly appreciated, and hopefully the pod will become a part of your weekly routine. Dugrass tells me to trust my feelings from Dugowan. That's a new one. Please use Dugowan on Saturday. If you need help, you see our videos cover each alliance and their members. Yeah, and Chad is also on Joe Barretto's Discord on Saturday afternoons, and the other, like, he alternates Saturday afternoons on Joe Barretto's Discord and Sledge's Discord, providing booking advice as like an open house. So there you go. Why does the thought of choice hotels off the highway scare me? Because it should. But Cambria's and choice options in Europe are solid. Also, Ascent. The Ascent collection is choice as well. So you do have two top end, and Radisson's in the United States, which I don't remember what color that is. I think it's Radisson Red was the United States brand, and Radisson Blue is the international. No, Radisson Blue was the US, and Radisson Red is the international. Radisson's internationally are not owned by Choice, but Radisson's in the United States are owned by Choice, and you can book through Choice. And they still have their own partner, their same booking platforms as well, which is weird, but whatever. But Radisson's also give you a good option here in the United States. Wells Fargo partners for international travel is fine. I just think there are limited options domestically. More hotels would help for sure. I don't know what else they have cooking, but all I can say is stay tuned. I really can't say much more than that. But yeah, we're coming up on close to 2 hours. We got any other questions, comments, anything else? RJ's still on assignment, so she'll be joining us next week. Yeah, I'm here to chill, chat, here for a good time, not for a long time. Just looking at some comments on my Amex grade video because I gave Amex a B, which I feel like was fine, but I mostly graded them on the curve of they intentionally waited and got way less smoke because one, they didn't deserve much smoke on the refresh, and two, they let Chase absorb all the body hits, all the body blows. Because I do think if the Platinum refresh had happened before the Sapphire Reserve refresh, folks would have just gone, oh, ho hum. Like, it's fine. It is what it is. But I'm not sure it would have gotten like as much praise as it's gotten since then. And the Islanders win 5-2, but Bo Horvat is injured. So that's cool. I mean, that sucks. I don't like it. Anyway. So yeah. So far on the videos I've launched, US Bank got an F, Citi got an A, Amex got a B. Y'all can probably guess my grades for Wells Fargo in Capital One, and Chase is the only one I'm having serious issues with. I don't know, because where I kind of want to end up, it feels too fair, and I don't know that they deserve the harsher grade, although many would say that they do. Mike Nunez has to drop. Thanks for the live. Absolutely. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for commenting and being a part of it. So greatly appreciated. Cameras and choice are solid in choice options in Europe. Yep. So yeah, I gotta see what other travel I can get booked in the next little bit. Let me just double check something here on Rove. Because looking at travel and experiences, let me just give you an idea. Dollar rental car company, you can get 0.6 miles per dollar. That's silly. Oh, the other good stack that you can do with Rove right now, for all of y'all who shop there, Walmart, if I remember correctly, is still 4.6 Rove miles per dollar. So if you've got your Walmart Plus, you can get an additional nearly 5 miles per dollar. Yeah, Walmart online is 4.6 miles per dollar on Rove. So if you've got your Walmart Plus, you can go through the Rove shopping portal, start from there, go into Walmart, make your online order, get whatever you need there, and then get 4.6 miles per dollar through that. Just looking at some other travel options. You know what? Let me just bring this into split view. I'm going to bring here just so I can stay on top of things. Keith, haven't we been staying tuned since early 2024? I will have more interest once my build card converts to an autograph card. Well, look, I hear things. I hear things that I won't say, but I hear things. Points purchases can go. Okay, so Oasis Hotels and Resorts, you can go at 3.9 miles per dollar. Etihad Guest, you can do 1.6. Is that purchasing points? 500 bonus miles on your first flight, 55,000 bonus miles when you take Etihad Guest payment card and earn 3 miles per US. So I don't know. That's weird. True Blue points you can buy at 1.6x Rove miles per dollar. Air Alo you can get 6.5 miles per dollar. Hertz rentals you can get 1.9. Oyo Get Your Guide is on there at 4.5 miles per dollar. Cruises.com is 1.3. Booking.com is 3.9. This is the ad that everybody was expecting at the top of the show. Corinthia hotels are in 4.5 miles per dollar. I don't think Corinthias are in any premium memberships will cost you 4.5 miles per dollar, but other purchases will be 3.2 miles per dollar. There you go. Luxury 5-star hotels in 9 different locations all over Europe. Cool. Miraval Resorts is 3.9. Anyway, there's a couple others. Airport parking, 3.2. Big tour buses on there. So you got options for travel. So we'll just close this out. But yes, we've been staying tuned since, well, they just had a JetBlue. What else do you want from them? But there we are. Anyway, we are coming up on 2 hours and doing this 2-hour solo. You know, I think we're in a good place. So with that, thank you so much for watching, guys. Check out stackyourpoints.com for ways to join the membership of the pod. You can check out Stack Your Points here on YouTube. We release the show on Wednesdays and Fridays, usually about 8 o'clock in the morning. Podbean is where we distribute the show on via podcast. 2 Corinthians. No, I'm not as well versed in the Bible as I should be. But Corinthian hotels. There's like 9 of them in Europe. Stackyourpoints.com. Check out my channel as well. Continuing the grading tomorrow with Wells Fargo. Saturday will be Capital One. I've still got to figure out a grade for Chase, record it, and figure out a grade for Built and record it. Next week, I think my theme will be wish list for each issuer, and then doing a look back on my predictions for 2025 and setting up my predictions for 2026 and see what we can do there. Dugrows, I'm still very interested to see what shenanigans you're up to. I have a very strong feeling I know what they are, but I'm looking forward to Saturday because I think I know what you did. Rupert's mentioning, Matt, you were awesome. Thank you so much. Great Thursday live. Greatly appreciated. With that, thanks so much for watching, folks. Enjoy the rest of your night. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.